The Wrestling Mayhem Show. Since 2006, the pioneer in pro wrestling podcasting.
This show is brought to you by IndyWrestling.us and IndyWrestling.network for your independent wrestling entertainment. Slice on Broadway, supporting Pittsburgh podcasting with the perfect pepperoni pizza.
Just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Don't give up what you want, take it back. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Do what you got to do, make it last.
It is the Wrestling Mayhem Show, episode 925. Tuesdays, we've been talking professionalized wrestling. I'm Mike Sorg at Sorgatron on the social medias here in the Sorgatron Media Studios in Pittsburgh, PA, where there was a car accident in front of the studio not too long ago. That's okay. It cleared out before our guest was in here. But first of all, on the line, coming at us from Riz Central is the Riz from his...
It's me.
Yes. From his secret lair on Skull Island.
Yes, exactly. It's been a while, hasn't it?
You saw some
weeks?
shit this weekend.
You saw
a lot of shit this weekend.
I need to re-up my contract with Sorgatron or with Sidekick Media.
You need to increase your health insurance and
I
accident
need to make
insurance.
sure not to sign any papers that Derek gives us. Next time.
No,
God.
don't do that either. So, we'll talk about that. A lot of the cameraman follies here over the weekend, but also with us somebody who's responsible for some of that stuff. And also, I understand he's big in Japan. The man behind the Beastman.
Hey, guess who's back on Sorg and IndyWrestling.us, baby? We are back. Fuck Jamie Jameson.
What the fuck?
That's the first thing I wanted to say. Fuck Jamie Jameson.
Okay.
Motherfucker.
Any
All right.
explanation? There goes our monetization.
Did you see what fucking happened Sunday?
I saw what happened
Fucking
Sunday,
guy
yes.
almost had fucking Congo Kong beat, knocks me right across the fucking head with a sledgehammer.
Son of a bitch.
Motherfucker. Wait till 2PW on Friday when I see your ass.
I went to move that during the meeting, at the post event meeting, and I was like, "That is real. That is a real as hell shit.
Yeah.
There's not a gimmick. It is not a gimmick sledgehammer." I almost dropped it on my own foot. Anyways, the Man Behind Victory Championship Wrestling. You were just in Big Japan Wrestling. We're going to talk all about that.
Oh,
here.
I got a lot of stories.
Oh,
a lot
I
of
bet.
stories.
I know something you learned while you were over there. It was brought up in the meeting too. But anyways, is the Wrestling Man Show. We talk about the wrestles, and we got to keep on what was the news of the weekend. And some of us saw some of it. I don't know. It was a very busy weekend. We were on the road. I myself was part of 4 shows this weekend. And so, but I did manage to catch up with the WWE pay-per-views in some fashion. Find yourself a girl that'll take the wheel coming back from a DC booking so you can watch the afternoon WWE pay-per-view in the car. That's all I got to say there. But there was Bash in the Berlin. There was NXT No Mercy with TNA's Joe Hendry in the main event against Ethan Page. What a bonkers timeline we live in right now, Riz.
The door's open.
Door is wide open.
There's no door. There's no portal. It's take one from another place, do another thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like I don't know what to expect.
Jordan Grace just said that she was going to defend the TNA Knockouts Championship on WWE Programming this week.
Nice.
Yes.
And Hendry did say that anytime, anywhere, any brand.
Any brand.
Or any place. I think it's any place.
Okay.
But
Hendry, I can't imagine this experiment going without Hendry and Jordan Grace definitely being in WWE in the very near future within a year as a full-timer.
I am going to say this. Joe Hendry is going to be in the Rumble.
Has to be. Cool him off for a month or two. Pop up. It'll be great.
Mm-hmm.
This experiment's really interesting. I thought it was interesting that we had who was it? His name was Nash at the time. Wentz came in with the TNA X Division title for his match with Wesley on the NXT pay-per-view. First time the Colorados had a PLE, and I think they said 18 years, which is wild because I know they're always there for Raw and SmackDown. It was, and again, like nothing really. I can't say. The Berlin show was a fun show. We got new women's tag team champions in what was it? I think Bianca and Jay got it back, right?
Right.
And some good championship matches, but really just stuff that kind of establishes, Cody and Gunther as big champions. Big homecoming for Gunther, of course. The Rhea Damian versus all of Judgment Day had some nice moments there. Next chapter in the story. But to me, I think the biggest thing is, and Riz, I don't think you watched a whole lot of Saturday's show. The presentation is really interesting. We're really upping our entrances. We're really upping our packages. They're definitely doing some of the UFC style presentation for a lot of this. Randy Orton really just kind of walked out by himself for about 5 minutes, the entirety of the song with the crowd singing it. And that was it. And it was on one of those 8K cameras and everything. And just him looking around and stuff. They really are again, we're doing pay-per-views with 5 matches on the card.
Say his name and he appears. I believe
do it, Riz.
in Joe Hendry.
Do it, Riz.
I believe in Joe Hendry.
Oh, there's no claps.
No, there's no claps.
I wanted Riz to do the turnaround. So.
Oh, I can't. I have a cord.
You have a cord. Oh, you can still have done a little bit left.
A little bit.
We can't do the zooms though. We can't do
zoomies. Can't do zoomies.
No zoomies on this. So, good weekend for that. I was told to go ahead and do the YouTube recap of Raw last night. It was pretty mediocre.
I mean, the only good thing about the only good thing, and I never say this about new people.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Tessitore did pretty good at his job.
Okay. I was hearing, I'm about an hour in, I'm getting messages from one of our Mayhemers saying, just skip Raw. I want to come on tomorrow just complain about this guy. And you're saying that he came back around? I mean, he was new.
Tessitore, I mean, he's not going to be Michael Cole. He's not going to be Pat McAfee. He has a voice that is for sports. And I believe he started with the XFL.
No way.
As well.
No way.
I think he was one of the first ones.
Okay.
Could be wrong, but
not on his Wikipedia.
Not his Wikipedia.
No.
Maybe I'm thinking of something
else. So this guy, he has a sportscaster background with ESPN. He's done Monday Night Football. He's NBA, looks like on ABC. So he's got some pedigree as a play-by-play boxing as well. So it all kind of comes together. They said this was his first on-screen role with WWE, which makes me think he's kind of been with them for a little bit behind the scenes, perhaps. So,
and you can tell he is really he was green. I will admit he was green, but it was only slightly. It wasn't adamantly bad.
He seems to be a Connecticut boy, and let's see, and his reviews announcing Monday Night Football have not all of his reviews have been positive according to his Wikipedia page. John Tetty wrote Tessitore is a merchant of schmaltz. Cliches are a given in football announcing, but few commentators imbue NFL banalities at the potential. Listen, you're using these words. Fuck you.
Yeah. First of all, what is wrestling announcing when it isn't just just that? You have to fill that time.
Yeah, and to go full circle on this, and then JBL was on TNA on Friday after also coming out at AAA.
And
I think
GCW.
A week ago, and GCW. What? This is the best timeline. This is the most insane timeline right now.
I'm almost certain somebody from AEW is going to come over to WWE or vice versa.
Well, I think that's already happened. That's going to keep happening. As contracts come and go, that is going to keep happening. It's going to be very exciting as people kind of make those decisions back and forth.
As long as everybody's making money and being successful.
And that's the thing. There's more opportunity, right? For everybody that's on that level and for people to come up and replace them, right? So, yeah, that's what you look for. Who doesn't need a Beastman, for instance?
Call me Tommy.
So. There you go. Anyway, so there was a lot of that. With anything else stick out last night for you for Raw or the weekend or anything like that from what you saw, Riz?
I actually can't wait for. Like I know I say this every time I'm on here for the last few weeks, but I can't wait for the Wyatt Six because they're the entire Wyatt Six is wrestling.
Okay.
Well, 5 of or 4 of them, I guess is a better term for it.
Okay.
So it's going to be like the 4 of them, including Nikki Cross, Sister Abigail, whatever, against the American males, or American Maid, sorry, with Ivy Nile.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't wait to see how they all meld together, and like, I just like it's gonna be an interesting moment, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a nice little touching moment where when Bo came out, he mentioned that it had been 370 plus days since Bray died, and like he mixed that emotion with wrestling again. He mixed that wrestling again with tying it all back into Chad Gable.
Yeah,
and like it was you can tell that it was nice hearing him.
It's nice because they're doing the wide stuff, and there's actually, like, I felt like when Bray came back the last time, or a couple times, like, we have promo for like 2 months, but there's actually is like something to sink our teeth into. It's not just Bray coming out and then his kind of ongoings with the Uncle Howdy character at the time. There's more to it, and there's a lot of depth to it, so I'm appreciating that. A side note here, we're talking about the flimsy paper mache door. The Rascals are in a 3-way tag division contender match tonight on NXT. I'm sure our chat room let us know how that goes with Walker and Ledger and Gallus, apparently.
And fucking Rosemary.
And what is that? Oh my God, that is Rosemary over there against Dana Paxley. What the fuck is happening?
I believe that was that tonight? Wow, because I know
this looks like tonight. Yeah,
she was. She debuted last week.
Mm-hmm. Oh, really?
So yeah, good for her. I'm excited for that.
That's incredible. It's a fun partnership. I hope WWE doesn't purchase them. I hope Anthem is still a thing. I hope this is a move to. I know there's been expression of Anthem or TNA wants to get on a better program or a better network so more people can see what the hell they're up to. Hopefully maybe this is that them helping with this. Maybe they're going to fill a hole somewhere where maybe USA will pick up TNA at this rate.
Wednesdays at 7 on Sci-Fi.
Wednesdays at 7. Hey, yeah, why not, right? Or maybe even if it was even a third string Comcast NBC channel. Yeah. If TNA got picked up on Peacock, and honestly, when the Peacock deal is up, I think all that's going to Netflix in America, honestly. Yeah. And Peacock might still want something, and maybe they'll pick up something like a TNA to replace them. I mean,
I can see it.
I mean, they'll get them for a lot cheaper, that's for sure, and still have that content. Mm-hmm. So go ahead.
I was going to say, and we haven't even talked about, I believe her name, I haven't really followed it too much, but Julia? Julia?
Yes. It's just Julia. I know it looks weird. It's just Julia from my understanding.
But yeah, I need to do my research on her because I've heard amazing things.
She is fantastic. She was at Juniors weekend last year in Philadelphia. I think that was her first match in America, if I'm not mistaken. And she's pretty incredible. So unfortunately, it's not easy to watch Stardom stuff. So, you okay with the microphone over there?
Yeah. There we go.
There we go. All right. Well, we gotta get Beastman on the spotlight here. But in the meantime, I want to give a shout out to our friends over on the Patreon supporting the show. I know we didn't get a Patreon last week. We were really kind of wiped out.
Hi, Bradley.
Brad. Get ahead of me. He's on Bradley, how's your underwear after this weekend? Did you see that clip?
I'm hoping he signed a waiver before he came into the venue, so I don't have to any litigations or anything.
Do we have a waiver? Do you have a waiver for the fans?
They're supposed to be, but I don't know.
What? Really?
My wife runs the door. What do you expect?
No.
So
What kind of show is this? You got to sign a waiver as a fan. What is it? Wait, I thought
Only Bradley. Only Bradley.
Only Bradley. That is true.
I was gonna say you saw the weapons in that last match, the main event.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy.
We had a wiffle ball bat filled with forks.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, come on.
It's been pretty nuts. Yeah. So the leave it to the minds of the of the West Virginia faithful out there. Anyways, no, thank you to everybody that does support the show on Patreon. Again, it helps us keep things going, help us decide if anybody's actually listening out there. If you're putting money in every week, then somebody's paying attention, and we do appreciate it. We're going to keep the show rolling here. But thank you everybody that does currently contribute. We'll probably have, I understand we are going to have a special return guest, our usual secret person that's banned from the show on our Patreon here after we go off the air here. And of course, we do put out the live feed on the Patreon, so you can see stuff behind the scenes when we go to commercial, and you can see the Patreon recorded live as well. Thank you everybody that does support the show, our friends at the fan of the show level. Bo Diggity! Woo! The woo takes away, the zoom takes away the woo, and I hate it.
It does go away.
I hate it. It thinks it's noise.
The pitch. It
is Team Hammerfist, Tupac family, Megan Nelson, Bubba Brewer, and Jason French at the Poppy Club level. Dave Profod Bonner, spouse of the Roost Julia Fred, roostjuliafred.com. Rats in a Trench Coat, Tony Kincaid. Pizza Club level, The Riz. As well as, wait, what is happening there? And a manager level, there he is, Bradley.
It's right here.
Right there. There he is. And that's
right
his
here.
underwear. His underwear matches your shirt.
It does.
Look at that. Look at that. How'd he do that?
That's it.
How'd he know you were going to wear that shirt on Tuesday? Look at that. I love how nobody behind is entertained by this situation.
No.
They're just like, I don't know.
They're just right.
Like they're not amused by wedging, or maybe they just have some PTSD happening there. Maybe. And also Tina Keys, the mother of dragons, at the manager level. Thank you, everybody that does support the show.
I came.
Oh, the venue. Actually, Mrs. Beastman is in the chat room and says the venue used to make them have everybody sign it. So that's interesting. So.
Oh, we gotta keep things PG now if the wife's in the chat room. So
fuck.
I know.
Fuck.
Anyways, man, the Beastman is back. I guess you're about a month back from Japan, right? What, more or less? No, more than a month. My God, it took me forever to get you here on the show.
About a month and a week.
A month and a week. You've been back. You've reacclimated.
Been busy, and goddamn, it has been good.
Yes, you have been. I think you were in Texas. You were in Canada. Did I see a Florida loops in there somewhere?
Florida, yep. You saw Florida. I got to this past month has been one of the greatest fucking months I've had in a long ass time. I feel like I am back to where I need to be when it comes to my confidence and where I need to be in indie wrestling. Because this past weekend, Saturday, I was up in Leamington, Ontario, Canada for NCG in front of 700 people. First time I've ever been to that place. Main evented against my boy, my good friend, Stone Rockwell. Action. I'm not going to say everything because he'll yell at me if I do. I still have his hat, by the way. He doesn't know I took it with me. So, cat's out of the bag, Nick.
Okay. Okay.
And then what? Sunday, we had about almost 300 at VCW. So, can't say anything bad. Indie wrestling's good for me right now. I hope everybody else is. It seems like it is in Pittsburgh.
Awesome.
I mean, RWA had about 400 over the weekend. 880 every Thursday night, drawn what they've been drawn as of late. How about, I haven't seen it yet, but I do want to fucking congratulate Max. Oh, sorry. David Lawless and Reese. Yes, Reese. It's been a minute. Sorry, Reese. On their Hour Broadway they did last Thursday. So I applaud you guys on that. Not a lot of people can do that nowadays. So good shit, guys.
Beastman, I'm not saying you're going to in the near future, but if you were to do a 60-minute Iron Man match, who would be your opponent?
Who would be my opponent? That is the $1 million question. I mean, we just went 32 minutes on Sunday with Congo Kong.
That was 32 minutes?
32 minutes.
Man, no wonder we went over.
Yeah. Hey, blame a certain Super Oprah.
No, that's right. That's called stalling.
Yes, we stall for time, as Mick Foley would say.
Mm-hmm.
That is a great question. 60 minutes. Who would I go 60 minutes with? There's only one person that I know I would want to do it with, and that would be, and I can't believe I'm going to say his name, Patrick fucking Hayes.
Because you know he's going to walk around the ring
Yeah,
for 30
I was gonna
of it.
say.
Yes.
I just what is
Yes. Yes. You know what? If there's two people I like to do 60 minutes with just to test my skills.
Mhm.
Bill Collier, Spencer Slade.
Mm.
I think I could do it with them.
They just had a match with each other
I know.
constantly, too.
I
Yes.
watched the match and I was blown up within the first 30 seconds by watching it. But if
Uh-huh.
I could pick two guys that I could go 60 minutes, I want to go 60 minutes with, it'd be them.
There you go. Bubba Brewer. I know you watch the show.
Come on,
Don't
Bubba.
put that out there. Put that out there. Maybe I don't know. I don't know if the Johnstown crowd's ready for that third show in, but maybe a 30-minute. Maybe we do a 30-minute just to test the waters, you know. So no, because I gotta think, because I was looking up like the only place that's been crazy enough to do Iron Man matches was RWA over the years. Most of them were last decade, and I think they did 2 30 minutes and 1 60. And I didn't, respect to the workers, I don't think it came off as well as even last Thursday's did. So like I was amazed. I didn't think 880 was ready for an Iron Man match.
Nobody. That's the great thing because everybody's so used to 10-minute matches, in and out.
Mhm.
Bananas.
I don't know. I haven't seen the banana yet. So
Yeah. But see, it's popular on our YouTube. It's weird. It's like Britt Baker and Banana Man.
Hey, whatever it draws, you know what I mean?
Yeah, there you go.
So-
So what we need is Britt Baker versus Banana Man. Then we'll break the freaking internet. That's what happens.
So one thing I've like just by seeing, because like not a lot of fans that are, especially this day and age, will probably never get to see a 60-minute match like live. The last time it was on pay-per-view was what, Danielson and MJF like last year.
Well, they just did 60 minutes, near 60 minutes. MJF and Ospreay on TV last month. So I mean, it's still
It's still a thing.
Yeah,
but like
yeah.
seeing it in indie wrestling seeing it
No,
in indie
no,
wrestling
no.
is very rare.
Yeah.
Because like everybody thinks that
Everybody thinks they can pull it off.
yes, it's a special thing that make that 3 people
Okay.
that I want to do 60 minutes with. Another person, Sam and Oz.
Mhm.
Has to happen. That will happen. It can happen. I will fucking make it happen. If Sam doesn't make it happen, I know somebody that could be family of his and a friend of mine that could make it happen. So
Mhm.
somewhere down the line, 60 minutes, Beastman, Sam Doss is going to happen. I don't know when or where, but it will fucking happen. I will put my I will put my marriage on the line if it doesn't. So. And right now, Anne's like, what the fuck is he talking about?
Nick Wayne, Joey Janela had one a couple months ago as well.
See,
There you
it's
go.
still a thing.
There you
But
go.
like the thing about it is like nobody knows how to tell a proper story
No.
in 60 minutes.
No.
No.
You know, God forbid. The last time I think the longest match I ever had was like 47,
Mhm.
and that was with Patrick fucking Hayes before he started stalling for 30 minutes.
Mhm.
4 years
mhm.
ago before the pandemic in a certain place that we don't like to talk about or discuss.
Okay.
That I'll probably get fined if I say it. So.
Get fine.
You said if I mention 3 letters or a town that's like near
Oh.
Monroeville, I get fined. So it's not going to happen.
What are we? Who said that? Nobody
you
said
said
that. What
to
are you me talking about?
You said it to me before I tried to go across the street and
Near
get those
Monroeville.
tacos that
No,
have
what
that have health code violations. So.
I was just telling you about that. I don't know what you're talking about. What's near Monroeville?
You were in row.
People can read your lips. Anyways, moving on. Moving on.
Can't get fined if I don't say it. I can lip it.
I don't know. Does he think I have fine power around here, Briz? Is that you?
I
Is that
don't
Bradley
know.
that does that?
He is a manager. He's one of the managers.
He is one of the
so-
managers of the show, so I guess he would levy a fine if that is. Beastman is there, so he doesn't get fined. Yeah, Dean Radford is in the chat saying guys have trouble doing 20 minutes.
Oh,
sadly.
Jesus
Yes.
Christ. There's fucking Dean. Fucking Dean.
Well, let's get into it. So you went to Japan. You went to Big Japan Wrestling.
Yes.
You were what was it? You had 10 dates in across 15 days.
I did 13 shows in 15 days.
13 shows in 15
Mhm.
days. Okay. First of all, for those who don't know, obviously obviously on this show we've heard of Noah, New Japan, and things like that. What is Big Japan?
So Big Japan is a mix of Japanese strong style with deathmatch. It's
Okay.
2 different things. It's 2 different divisions. I went over there on the deathmatch side of things, and with Baka Gaijin, with Madman Pondo, Dale Patricks, 2 great guys. Happy to call them my friends, especially doing this tour with them. And you'd be surprised how there's people on, like, okay, there's people that do the strong style that also do deathmatch. Not as many as you would think,
Sure.
but the crowds love it. You know, and it's not like crazy deathmatch that you would see over here in the States where you're using, like, their matches mean something. And they tell stories.
Like their story with the death match.
Yes, like I was part of I was in a round robin deathmatch tournament while I was over there, and yep, there we are. There we are. Look how was that the match when Pondo managed? Yes, it is. I got a good story about that match right there too.
Okay.
So,
and this is bjwcore.com, I believe.
Yep.
They have a nice little subscription service. You can check out a lot of the matches from the tour. And
they finally posted this. I cannot wait to watch this match.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, the gentleman in the not in the blue jacket, that's Aoki.
Mm-hmm.
He's their strong style champ. That's Ishikawa, son, who just retired.
Mhm.
Great dude. Drinking buddy. And that is Hashimoto's kid. Right there in the jacket. Hashimoto's son's kid.
Okay.
And in this match, Dale got kicked in the fucking head as hard as he fucking could. So that was a fun fucking day and a half right there.
It's Dale Patrick's
Dale-
part of Gaijin.
Yep, Dale
Yes.
Patrick's. Yep. And Pondo was the manager of that match too, which made it even fucking funnier. Seeing him outside yelling at people, shut up, and fucking.
Awesome.
Nah, I got to live my dream,
Mm-hmm.
and I've been saying everybody's been asking me, what's it like in Japan?
Mhm.
What was it like over there in Japan? It was fucking real.
Mm-hmm.
Getting on that plane, traveling 12 hours, landing in Tokyo, stepping foot, my blood fucking touching the ground of Corrigan Hall. It was real.
Mm-hmm.
And it was the greatest fucking feeling ever. Coming back home, the transition from wrestling almost every night to back to two days a week has been kind of hard.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still not, it still hasn't like sunk in that I'm home yet in a way, just because like it's like that rush of like knowing what it was like is still there in my body. I still want to fucking do it, man. It's insane. You know, it's not, and what I mean by it is like, just if you ever get a fucking opportunity to go, appreciate it, because they appreciate it over there. It's not like over here in the States where it's just like, oh, it's just another fucking show. No, they respect the sport. They respect the people that come over. They treat you respect. Every person, even though I can't fucking understand what half of them fucking say over there, they will still like, okay, here's an example, okay? We did 4 days in Sapporo, and it was the second day. I was walking there. It was like, so they took us to the hotel from the bus to the arena. There's a gas station, a Family Mart right down the street. I go out, and these two guys get out of the car, and they're coming right over to me. I don't know I'm like, let's fucking go. Thinking they're Yakuza. I don't know. What the
Yakuza.
fuck.
I was gonna say it's Yakuza.
Yeah,
That would
I'm
get
like,
you.
who did I
What
don't
did you do?
That's what I'm trying to think. First thing. No, and they pulled out a picture of me, and they wanted me to sign it and take a picture with them. Yeah. Like, was not expecting that at all. So that was cool. That happened. I got recognized at a train station, couple gas stations, on our way to Corrigan Hall. We stopped and got recognized at Family Mart. That was, they know, the fans know who you are before you go over.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
I literally was promoted 3 weeks before I went over there on the tour, and we were packed out every night. The first night the bus ride from Yokohama, because that's where the dojo is, to Hokkaido, the island itself.
You were on like the northernmost, like that
I
Sapporo
was-
region. I always
yep,
hear about.
Yep. And hold on. And it was a 27-hour bus ride with a 5-hour ferry in there to the first show.
Oof.
Non-stop. They go non-stop.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody helps us. And that's another thing. There's no, I can't help with the ring, I'm going to be late. Everybody helps.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as we got to the town, get out of the bus,
Mhm.
go fucking get the ring, get the arena ready.
Yeah.
Everybody does it. Even Pondo did it.
Mhm.
And he's the man over there.
Yeah.
So when it comes to like a team effort, everybody helps. And that's something that I wish more people over here in America would do.
Mhm.
You know, I mean, I've been, ever since I've been home, I've been more, I'm not using my vet card or anything like that, but I've been more like helping out with tearing down and stuff
Mhm.
after a show. Cause like, I mean, like we got jobs and shit, but we can't get there early to help out or anything like that. But,
Yeah.
but I do the best I can.
Yeah.
So that's been different. The food over there, I mean, let's be real. I've lost almost 60 pounds in the last like 4 months. So skinny Beastman probably will never happen. But if I can get back to a 3X shirt, I'm okay with that.
Okay. Healthy Beastman. Healthier Beastman.
Ask my wife how healthy I am. I eat Taco Bell 3 days a week still. So
I saw you go for that taco stand that has the consumer alert over
yes,
there.
yes.
You're very excited about it.
Can you post the picture I sent in the group chat? Please,
Hold on a second.
please.
I'll pull it
I
up
was
here.
so when Sorg told me about the taco,
The
taco
grocery
place,
store got 16 health violations.
Do you know where the good shit is
16.
then?
That's it. Like, that's no.
Yes, do you know where?
No.
Yes, anywhere that has health code
He
violations,
looks
that's
so
where the good shit is.
happy, pointing at the consumer violation.
I-
What are we doing here? Jeez. And they were out of tacos.
Yes.
So I don't know if it are they making less so they're not in violation, or are they having a run on it because everybody knows? So Ref Rosie's in the chat room, says so happy for you, Wes.
Hi Rosie, how are you? I hope you enjoy the trip when you're over there.
There you go. Oh, is Rosie going?
She's supposed to be, from what I was told.
Nice. Everybody's going to Japan.
Yes,
Man.
yes. I will. So I know there's like stories you want me to talk about and stuff like that. We'll get to that in a minute. But like, I got to do everything that I've ever thought I would never get to do.
Mm-hmm.
I got to chase fucking fans with my bone, and they ran like sons of bitches.
Mm-hmm.
I have like I said, I got to bleed in Corrigan Hall. I got my boots fucking sold. Like I got to sell my boots to Totocon, which was awesome. Which are now back in Pittsburgh, apparently, for what I hear. So somebody bought it from over here and brought him back. So fuck it. I got my Rivera jacket.
Yes.
So that's pretty cool. The steak was pretty good.
Yeah.
So everybody wants to go for the jacket. I wanted to go for the food. They had a steak challenge. I was wanting to do so fucking bad. We don't. They're like, no. We don't have not enough steak for him. I'm like,
like I mean, there has to be some pull to get wrestlers to go there. So the steak has to be good.
oh yeah, it's
What? Not the history, Riz, of it.
I mean, yeah, the history too, but what are you going to do when you sit there and talk about the history and then go home? No,
I
you're
mean,
gonna have steak.
steak.
There's steak. It's a steakhouse.
so inside Rivera. I got pictures I'll pull out later. Like they got pictures of inside of all the guys that were there. They got the jackets, signed the photos, and all that stuff. Like it's a fucking little mini museum in itself right there. So it's pretty cool. They have a Capital sports jacket from Owen Hart over there on display.
Really?
So yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was pretty cool. I think it was Owen because his picture's right beside it with the jacket on. So, it's just a lot of cool things you see. There's a lot of cool stuff over there.
I know you dabbled a little bit here before you left, but you typically were not a deathmatch wrestler of sorts. So this was a little bit of a, I want to say stretch, but it was not. You're not known as a deathmatch wrestler.
I'm not.
Typically. Right.
And I'm probably still not going to be known as a deathmatch wrestler.
Yeah. Unless Japan calls again.
Hey, December, I'm supposed to be going back. So,
Okay, all
there
right.
you go. Breaking news.
There you
Beastman goes
go.
back to Japan in December. So
There you go.
which means everybody back here in the States, money's going to go up. So, nah, I'm joking.
Japan's own Beastman.
Yes.
What they had a name? What do they call? Did didn't they call you like a Beastman Kong or something like that?
King Kong Husk.
King Kong Husk.
Yes, and I love it. And I'm using it here in the States.
There better be some T-shirts with that.
It's coming. They're coming. I gotta sell. Let me sell the ones that I couldn't sell over here first. Which
okay.
Was,
The Mothman and the Bad Boy ones.
No, those have been gone. So
I'm glad I got one when I did.
No, I got a new. I've had a new design now for a couple months.
Okay.
It's slowly selling.
Okay.
Selling,
All right.
People. Okay, so I go over to Japan. I have a big ass bag of merch with me. Like I got like probably like 50 shirts, 40 hats, 100 pictures. My wife for some fucking reason thought it'd be a great idea to get a 3D printer. So she started making these like little bone keychains.
I saw those.
Yeah, with me in
Pretty
Japanese.
great. Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh, you should take these over here. They'll sell." I'm like, "They're not gonna sell as much." Like I'm thinking, I don't think they're gonna sell. Third fucking day of the show, third day of the tour, they were sold out of them all.
Nice.
So, yep. So once again, I was wrong, and Anna was right. So she's probably doing this right now. She's like, yep.
And you said it publicly on this show.
Yep. Yes, I did.
Tens and tens of people
Yes,
to listen to.
She knows I love
It's going to be clipped.
So you guys, hey, like I said,
Shared.
if it wasn't for you, Sorg, I wouldn't be sitting right now here married. So
Yep. My fault, as we talked about last time you were on.
yes, it was. Yes, it was.
So again, when talking about the death match a little bit, so what was the adjustment? Obviously, you did a little bit here. You did a match with Pondo and Shadow here in your own promotion. And obviously there was some pretty wild stuff I was seeing just from the videos and watching there on BJW Core and everything like that. First, I guess the questions are, what's the difference between deathmatch between America and Japan, and how was that kind of adjustment for you?
It's safer in Japan than it is in America.
I noticed the crowd was protected from the glass.
Yes, and I'm currently thinking about buying a shit ton of ponchos and putting my fucking name on and selling to fans of deathmatch shows if I do anymore. $5, you can wear a poncho and have all the fucking light to fucking come on here. So,
but they had people around the ring, so anytime there was glass, because they had like the glass on like the tubes on the ropes, and there were like workers like blocking for the fans, and then it was like the front row at SeaWorld, and they'd all pull this plastic up. Like,
there's a Gallagher contest.
Like a Gallagher thing, right?
Yeah.
So like it was wild what was going on down there. And that was like one of the first shows that we saw out of that. It was really interesting. And we've seen I've been to like Michigan shows where people are just like hitting glass on the post and it splatters on the people across the thing at a bingo hall, or a Legion Hall or something like that. Like it's nuts.
No, like I said a few minutes ago, like they respect they respect everybody that does it over there. And for me, not having any prior deathmatch experience, if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it in a place where it means something.
Yes. Yeah.
So getting to have my first 2 match was pretty. I didn't walk away. I can tell you this. I did come out a little cut up with some glass in me, but
like you got in your arm or something, right?
Yeah. But you know what? I did it with Ishikawa-san, and if there was one person to do it with, it was him, and I was honored to have one of his final matches. I did a lot of barbed wire boards, so that was pretty fun. My favorite match, barbed wire boards ain't so bad.
Yeah.
My favorite death match on the tour was me and Dale had a barbed wire board match. It was probably probably my favorite match of the whole tour that we did, other than the Corrigan Hall one and the. So my favorite matches were the first night of the tour, where you see me fucking falling off the hill.
That's the first clip I saw.
Yes.
I like how's Beastman do it in Japan? I just see him tumbling down a grassy hill. So I was just like, what is happening right now?
That match, my match with Ishikawa, my match with Dale. The last match in Hokkaido, we did an 8-man. It was pretty cool, and then the 8-man we did in Corrigan Hall, which was awesome.
That's great.
Yeah, it was. Then that was fucking awesome.
I obviously there's probably a little bit of a culture shock going, he's coming back, but going
Really?
out there and everything. What was the wildest thing outside of wrestling you ran into over there?
So last day of the tour, well, last day. Okay, so I'm leaving to head to the airport like I have to be at the airport by like 5:00. I had a 7:00 flight back here. My wife texts me, I want bread. I want bread. I want this random bread.
This Japanese bread.
This random Japanese bread. So I'm like 7-Eleven has this like random ass bread. So
okay.
we're nowhere near.
Yeah, 7-Eleven's crazy over there. Like it was all over Thailand too.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
it's literally it's like Sheets on steroids over there. So,
Yeah.
except they don't have MTO over.
Yeah.
No, so like I'm like so. Last day I went and bought souvenirs and all that shit for everybody because like it's that way it's just easier for me to haul back and everything. So I'm literally at there's this one store called Don Quixote, which is basically our version of Walmart, their version of Walmart. So I'm like going buying all that, and she sends me I don't have the emoji, but I don't have the text, but it said bread exclamation point exclamation point exclamation point. So I get like a couple of things of bread to put in, and then we go to the tax-free section because you can buy shit tax-free over there.
Yeah.
On Visa. And they smashed the bread. I had to go back and go get more bread. I did it twice. Yeah. And I wouldn't say it was crazy, but it was definitely just a moment. Crazy things I saw. One was definitely a lot of mascots out there. Like there's like a lot of stores have mascots. They were like outside walking around handing out flyers and stuff. Got to meet so I met over there, and there's bars over there where people like there's ladies outside like handing out flyers and stuff like they're prostitutes, but they're not. It's like basically, oh hey, come and hang out with me. I don't want to. I'll pretend like I want to fuck you, but I don't want to fuck you.
Okay.
Type thing.
I think they're love houses or something.
Yes, love houses.
Yeah.
And it's basically like a bar. You got like they'll like they'll light your cigarette for you. They'll pour your drink for you. They make you feel like flirt with you. Basically, it's like a strip club without the titties popping out.
Yes.
So that was kind of interesting. I mean, I didn't really see like a whole lot of like crazy shit like you think you see because like most of the time I'm literally on a bus or in a hotel going, and I really only had me like 3 days into Tokyo and that part, like Shibuya and all that stuff. I didn't really get to really expand out. Okay, here's the story. Me, Dale, Pondo, and Seozawa. What are you laughing at?
Go ahead.
No.
Go ahead, just respond.
No. Time out.
Says I wanted a melon pan. He brought me smashed loaf of white bread. Please ask him how much is toast. from Ryan Edmonds.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Enough for me to shut the fuck up, apparently, Ryan, right? So, we're all... so it's me, Dale, Pondo, Seozawa, who designs like all the shirts like for like all the deathmatch guys over there. We're at Denny's and we're having beer. They sell beer at Denny's in Japan. It's great. I have to use the toilet. So I asked, hey, what is the Japanese word for toilet? And hold on a second here. I got to pull it up real quick. I got to remember the word. While that's going on, tell us what's going on in the chat, Sorg.
I am telling you what's going on in the chat. Dude. It was just still talking about toast, apparently. The Japanese word for toilet?
Yes.
Nope, that's just in Japanese. I can't pronounce that.
Okay. So Say gives me a word, so I go up and I say the word, and they're fucking laughing, and the lady's looking at me like fucking I'm crazy. She's like, huh? And then not knowing, they told me jack off in Japanese. And like everybody in the restaurant's laughing, even the fucking cooks. So Pondo's like, Wes, shut up and go straight back that way, as Pondo would say. In his Kentucky accent.
This dawns on me. This actually dawns on me a little bit this weekend because Pondo was at your show Sunday and in the meeting and talking and stuff. And I'm just like, he is the most like Kentucky guy, and he just rolls into Japan.
Yeah,
it's so wild.
like, so I really don't have like a lot of like. I know everybody's expecting like crazy stories about the rats and all this. There wasn't any. I literally was on a bus, went to the hotel, back on the bus to the show, back on the bus.
They don't let you get in trouble over there.
No. Sapporo for my birthday.
Mm.
Okay, everybody.
Okay.
Okay, I'm celebrating my 38th birthday in Japan. I just main evented the show on my birthday. It was fucking awesome. Like Pondo and Deo and Redacted came out, gave me a cake. Everybody say happy birthday to me. I'm bloody. I'm eating the cake. We get out of the apron, and this kid just comes up and starts eating the cake with me. I have blood on my fucking face, and there's blood on the cake. So if he gets hepatitis C, it's not my fault. So that was fucking interesting. We go to Sapporo. Everybody's saying, "Oh, we're gonna go out and have a good time." Well, you know what we did? We went to a steakhouse, and then we went bowling. That was my birthday.
Nice.
In Japan,
just like being back home.
It was, but you know what? I got to celebrate with awesome people.
Yes.
So like celebrating with Dale, celebrating with Pondo, celebrating with Kamatani, celebrating with Shetty and Jordan, and Jordan's from New Zealand. He was one of the guys. He's over there. He was there for 3 months. Like they bring guys over every 3 months to like help, like in the dojo. They stay in the dojo tour with them, which is awesome. Shreddy's from the UK. Shreddy's awesome. Ready, Shreddy, go. Love Adam. Yeah, so Miyamoto, like Redacted, and his girl, like they all came out. It was a fun time. Like it was just cool to be able to do that for my birthday in another country, you know?
That's awesome.
Now I will say I did pull off the greatest bowling trick shot ever by accident.
Okay.
So and Pondo still fucking can't believe I did this. So up on the lane, I go to shoot. My foot gets caught, like sticks on the approach. So I throw my ball, and the ball literally goes in together in the other lane. Okay, bounces out, rolls down. I get a strike on the opposite lane. Nobody it's a once in a lifetime thing.
Yeah,
Pondo is just like, how is that possible? As I'm sorry, Pondo, I know it's a terrible impression. It's just how I talk when I talk to people when I tell stories. So you know this.
It's a West Virginia filter of a Pondo impression. I get it.
Yes, it is.
So a lot of fun over there. So and again, people can see your matches on BJW Core.
You gonna ask me about the steak? I'm waiting for that one.
No, actually, no. There was a question. Don't forget the bloody bones.
The bloody bones. Who was that from?
From Mrs. Beastman.
Oh, I know what she's talking about. Okay, so I'm over there. So people are buying the bone keychains.
Yeah,
and they're handing me. They're like, they hand it to me, and they're like pointing at my head. I'm like, what? And they're like, blood. I'm like, so they wanted me to put my blood on the fucking bone.
Mm-hmm.
They give to them. So I'm like, here you go. And people were posting on Facebook. Like someone posted on Twitter about it. Like, so happy to have it and shit. Like, it's fucking insane the shit they love over there.
I love it. So you're just like handing your DNA out to fans.
Yeah. Somewhere, if somebody wants to grow a Beastman over there, a Japanese Beastman, they can do it. They have
grow a Beastman.
Yes, they have my blood.
Well, so much to talk about. Like I said, you were saying you've done so much since you come back, but I also want to talk about what's going on, even with your own promotion, because you seem to be one of the wild times that we have there.
I brought the wild and wonderful from Japan to West Virginia.
God. Jeez, you did this time. Scaring children and having cameramen alike,
and having lost children found at our venue.
Oh my God! We should hold on to that for Patreon if you don't mind. Stick around till after.
I will stick around. So
we'll talk about lost children on Patreon. Riz, make sure we remember that. Mm-hmm. And but in the meantime, you can check out everything, even what we're about to talk about with VCW's Road to Victory. And we'll get to that in a moment over at IndyWrestling.us. The live is already up. We'll have the final version of it here on VOD and everything in the next day or so. Of course, RWA's Renegade Rumble, which involved our own Matt Carlin somehow, if you're on the video version of this show, you're going to see what happened at RWA, and we have special we're going to debut some special footage of the aftermath of what happened to Matt Carlins in the Renegade Rumble on the video version of this show. I haven't heard from him yet, so like I'm a little bit concerned about this. So we'll find out. But we do have some footage that was submitted. We'll have that on the video version.
Again,
of this
show. This is the second time that one of your camera people is involved in a wrestling match, Sorg.
Well, no, this is like the third time at RWA that somebody was involved or assaulted during a wrestling match at RWA. So this has become kind of a thing.
This is why we need to unionize.
Of course, IndyWrestling unionize against me or against our. I don't know. We'll talk about it. Case Jesse Ventura. Anyways, so. We have that going on. Again, you can go for free over on the YouTube or over on the network. You can see 880 Wrestling, David Lawless and Reese Hayes in the 60-minute Iron Man match with one of the most impossible finishes I could have ever imagined happening there. So go check that out as well. APWF's Uncharted Waters is also up for free on the YouTube and on the network for you to watch, including, as we mentioned, Bill Collier and Spencer Slade and NWA's own Spencer Slade in the main event there, and a lot of other great stars as well of that we're familiar with here in the Pittsburgh area. Some good wrestling coming out of Central PA, new region on our network. Of course, Neo Pro, their latest show on there, the Gold Rush Royale featuring Rhino, and so much more. And again, also so much happened. I forgot Swoggle was on RWA. So go check that out. That was a fun match. A lot of clips are on our social media from that as well. Go check it out. IndyWrestling.us. Like I mentioned, one thing on IndyWrestling.us is VCW's show from this past Sunday, Road to Victory, which involved the 30-some minute last monster standing match with the Beastman and Congo Kong, amongst other calamities. Gory and Pondo, Super Opera as part of the Fans Bring the Weapons match. There was a TLC match in there, possibly too. The table was mostly broke this time that I'm aware of. So we didn't have that, but a wedgie was had.
Wedgies are always needed and had.
Yes. So So obviously, you guys are on a little bit of a hiatus now. You got a trophy room show coming on.
We needed one. We needed a break.
You need a refresher sometimes.
Yes, we
Listen,
do.
I've seen a lot of promoters get burnt out, and just like, hey, maybe you pull back a little bit, do less shows, space them out a little bit more. And you're other than you're doing a bar show here in November, but mainly you're not going back home until February at this point, right?
That is currently somewhat the plan right now. So
is that so we can hopefully clean up by then everything that happened on Sunday?
Yes, I got a lot of litigation clean up. I got a lot of
litigation.
Yes, gotta have my attorneys take care of
those
whole
papers.
Bradley.
Those papers didn't get signed.
Yeah, Bradley, you gotta take care of Bradley. Make sure he doesn't sue me and all that shit. So,
okay.
Now I wanted. There was a lot on Sunday. There was a shit ton. But you know what? I wanted to go out with a fucking bang, and goddamn, we went out with a fucking bang.
That does seem to happen. Like I feel like twice a year, like we just have these I quote unquote overbooked shows that just have absolute madness going on. I know we had Glenn Spector on the show a couple of times here, and I remember he started off like as in the audience, and I think it was the day where there was the evening gown match with 2 mountain men, a mime, and a pirate.
Yes.
And I'm like, you can't write this shit. It's just the people that were available, and here's the match, right? Like things like that happening. Like it's so wildly impossible. And then you do have things like you do have Pondo and Shadow coming in and doing these crazy matches, and doing things that you don't really know about before they go out.
Yep.
Like, hey, why does Pondo have a light tube? Should I know about this? It's kind of situation. I know we were talking about it. I was like
Pondo's Pondo. Pondo does what he wants.
What's about to happen? Oh shit! I'm in West Virginia, so literally anything.
I love how you sell that, sir. That's a great selling point there.
Like, welcome to West Virginia, where literally everything that should and shouldn't will probably happen.
Yep.
So welcome to VCW. You need a tagline like that. It's you have the House of the Renegades, you have the Last Wild West of professional wrestling at RWA. They have a great bit of monikers over there. Like what is maybe there's something we work on for February. What is the big tagline to get people to VCW? You're in danger, or
expect the
Wild
unexpected.
and vicious.
Expect the unexpected in VCW.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. So here's what I'll bring this point up real fast.
Sure.
And obviously, yeah, we're gonna take a small hiatus for the rest of the year because I don't know. Like, one thing is I don't know what's going on with Japan. It might be lean to a full-time thing. I don't know. I hope it does. If not, it's okay. But like, I got so much going on as on the wrestling side of things myself. I gotta like put my priorities in order. Like, there's a lot of stuff at home I'm getting ready to do coming up that I'm not ready to discuss yet. Don't worry, everybody. We're working on it too. So if anybody wants to know, there's no baby Beastman on the way yet.
No.
We're working on it. So she's gonna fucking kill me when I get home tonight. I know it. So
Wait till I put the clips on social media.
that's fine. That's fine. No, like just a lot of stuff going on. Personal lives, sometimes you gotta put wrestling aside.
Absolutely.
So I had to put you've seen me how I was back in May.
Mm-hmm.
I was a miserable fucking prick when it came to this shit. I was stressed out. We almost, I'm not ashamed to say it. I was maybe an hour away from shutting the doors down for good. Did not care. Just because of everything going on, like everything that was going on. But we regrouped and we came back better, in my opinion. We came back better. We put on our A game the last two shows. We almost packed out we almost packed out Bishop on Sunday. We were close. February, I'm hoping to pack it out, and we're going to keep it going. I have
people wanting more. That's for sure.
That's definitely what we're trying to do. And so Sunday, yeah, we had a big show. We had everything under the sun plus the kitchen sink. But you know what? All we've got is positive feedback. Maybe one or two people ain't too happy with how the thing went. Maybe went a little too long. That's just how people want to bitch. I don't care.
Hey, it's a moving target.
It is.
To do a live show.
You can't please everybody.
There's a great tweet that Effie put out the other day. It was like, "Oh, are you mad because the the orchestrated stunt show that we put together in 2 hours didn't go in completely to plan?" It's like, just and on top of the people late, car problems, et cetera, other like outside factors, that happens at these shows. It's like, no, it's not. Like, that's really weird. Why did they have this person come out instead of what was advertised? Well, there was probably a reason.
Hard subject to change.
Hard is subject to change. Shit can happen.
But you know what? I feel like it ended up being better than what it was.
Absolutely. So much that you literally took the house down here. At a certain point.
Yep.
Oh yeah. By the way, like we only had one speaker for the rest of the show. If
I was
going to
say, I didn't realize it was.
Yeah. Oh, there goes the set. Oh, there goes the set. Oh, look there's Eamon. There's Eamon, and there's my hand in the background. There you go. There you go. Oh, there's Merlin. Hello. I actually hadn't seen how this looked on the other side because I was too busy wondering what was happening on my side of things. So
looks pretty fucking good to me. So.
Yeah. So there you go. There's the part where you just took down the entire set.
But think about that though. How often do you see that fucking happen to shows?
No, not.
I've been going to shows since 2006. Never happened.
You know what? That's why I say expect the unexpected. We wanted to, you had literally four hardcore matches on the show. Yeah,
you did.
Fans bring the weapons.
And they're like 9 matches.
Yes, 9 matches. But like I said this morning, every match I watched the show back, every match was different. There was nothing same. Nothing was same. Nothing was the same thing.
That's true.
Yeah, like 2 of the matches went outside the ring and shit. Like went outside into the crowd, but we did different things. It wasn't the same shit.
Oh, absolutely. And even Gory kind of stepping in on the Pondo match. I still want to see Pondo and Supobra someday in the future, though.
It will happen.
You got that.
2025, that match will definitely happen.
We're not done with that. Definitely not done with that. That's good to see there. I
gotta get some more chairs though.
And the worst looking thing that happened, other than Wedgie, was an accidental thing. I know Oprah took some barbed wire to the arm by accident, and we got a close up of that damn thing.
Yeah.
It was terrible. I felt
Just
bad
to let
about
you
that.
know, just to let everybody know, I did talk to Super Oprah on the way to the show,
Mhm.
on the way here tonight. She did tell me that she did put a maxi pad on the cut, and everything's going to be okay.
Oh, good. That's good to know.
Yes.
That's good to know. So, but it was that was a heck of a thing too. So yeah, it was a big blow off. You got new champions in the tag team champions Saturday Night Special. We'll have to have them on in the near future too.
We definitely got to invest in a GoFundMe for Super Oprah to get new fucking tights.
Yeah.
All the holes
they're starting to expose a little bit, aren't they? So
looks like there's a bullfrog in there. I can hear it ribbit right now.
Wow. So I mean, I feel like you when you started VCW, maybe you said it on this show, maybe it was somewhere else, maybe in our conversations, but you wanted to kind of there was definitely a bit of a show people how a show runs, a kind of vibe to things. Do you feel like you've accomplished that over the last couple of years of this? I mean, is this going to be your 3rd anniversary coming up in February? 4th anniversary?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, let's see, going on our 4th year, so
Yeah, I guess so.
yeah.
So
Do I feel like I've showed people how it's done? I've not. You know, I knew going in this was going to be a tenuous process with things. Like, I'm still learning. You know, not every show is going to go off like you said according to plan. Not everybody's going to be happy. You know, sometimes we're going to have good shows. We've had good shows. We have awesome shows. We've had bad shows. I'm still learning this shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's a different process every day. What can I do to make VCW better? Who can I bring in that the crowd will like? I listen to everybody's opinions when it comes to bringing people in, what angle, like what matches people want to see, you know? And it's hard. It really is. Cause like I got a list of guys I want to bring in, like from like all the way from California to the UK, fucking Japan. I want to come over here to work VCW in Pittsburgh area. And it's hard to put that. It's a long list. And trust me, if I could afford and book everybody, I would. But you can only work with what you're given. And I'll tell you what, right now, I got the roster we have at this current moment. It's the best roster we've had. And I will put it up against any roster in indie wrestling today that will put on a good show.
You know, I think it's always interesting to see who rises to the occasion on given a new platform like, that's going on with this. Who do you think has stepped up in the last 3-4ish years of VCW that really surprised you and became kind of a mainstay there that maybe you didn't expect in the beginning?
Keith Hott, first
yeah?
person. Keith Hott has been my ace in the hole when something he's done. He's my fucking he's my go-to guy. He's my good hand. Anything I ask him to do, he does it, no problem at all. Mad Dog Myers has definitely stepped up his game the last couple of years. He has got confidence now, and it's scary confidence of how good he is. A lot of people write him out. You know, for those that write him out, you're stupid as fuck. I'm telling you that right now. He is definitely going to be something here in the next 2 to 3 years. And he, I see a lot of me in him when I first started coming around. A lot of these motherfuckers are definitely watching the show right now had no faith in me. They didn't think I was shit. Wouldn't even give me the opportunity of the day. Now you guys are the ones that are calling me, so which is nice. But it's going to happen to him here in a couple. It's going to happen to Zach here in a couple of years. I'm telling you, he's going to be something. I see it now. There's a lot of people that I use. Jamie Jameson, even though he's a fucking cocksucker, for knocking me in the head the other day. Let's see here. Who else? Like when it comes to local talent, Mad Dog Myers, Wayward Sons has stepped up their game in the last couple months. They've really put on a hell of, like, them and Saturday Night Special put on a hell of a TLC match on fucking on Sunday. And I'm gonna give Mark and Dee their props. They stepped up their game as well. Those guys have been really established tag team since they first came in. Cowpoke Paul, my champion. What more can I say about him? There ain't really much to say. He's like, it's Cowpoke Paul. He's going to be something in the next couple of years. When it comes to local talent, other than Keith, Nathan has stepped his game up.
Ulrich, yeah.
Yeah, he's more dangerous now than he's been the last last 3 years.
Yeah.
Clayton King,
New guy on the scene.
new guy on the
Yep,
scene.
yep.
Clayton King, one of my students. Happy to call him one of my students. Didn't like what he did to me on Sunday,
Mhm.
but he'll get his coming soon. He has been somebody that has been very passionate about the business since the first day he came in and started training with me.
Mm.
And he's the only guy I know, like you guys know me, I like to fuck around and have a good time, but be serious, you know? He's the only one that ever got in my face that I want to fucking be good. Teach me how to be good. Shut the fuck up, quit goofing off, and show me how to be good. It took a lot of fucking balls
Yeah.
to do that.
Yeah.
And you know what? He's always had my respect, but when it comes to stepping up his game, like he's only had a couple matches and he's gonna start branching out soon. And I just keep an eye on him. My two kids, Lumberjack Larson and the White Trash Luchador, whose tag team name I've always fucked up 50,000 times, so I call them the White Trash Luchadors.
It's West Virginia something.
Yeah, I know. Sorry, guys. One day I'll get your tag names right, but Brandon and Michael, those are my go-to guys when it comes to getting shit done. I give them a lot of shit for some of the shit they do, but they get the job done. They just need more reps. You know, there's a promotion in Bridgeport, Ohio that they've been going to that they like where Andre has been Latin Tornado, good friend of mine. He's been letting them come down and get reps with them and working with them, putting them on the show. So they're getting the reps. They just need to get out more. And that's the biggest thing. They need to get out more.
Yeah, I mean, you guys only run so many times a year at this point, so like it's kind of hard with that, you know. But there's plenty of opportunity around here, be it up in Pittsburgh, over in Ohio, and everything like that. Down further down West Virginia, I know there's a lot of promotions going on. So
it's not like I don't have like a good rapport with like all. It's not like I have a bad rapport with all the companies around here. You know, I mean, I'm pretty much a good standing. If most of the time they call me for a favor to get somebody, I'm not afraid to say it. You know.
Yeah.
So when that day comes when I need a favor from them, hopefully Marshall, Derek, Quinn, Dean, because I know you're watching right now. Hopefully they can help out and get my boys work. But that's the thing though, like I'm not afraid of. It's like a give or take in pro wrestling, you know. A lot of guys like, okay, we got a lot of training. We got a few training schools around here: AA, Rise, IWC, and a lot of the guys need work. You know, I've never been afraid to give someone an opportunity, because like when I started out, I had to bust my ass just to get a fucking opportunity somewhere. Yeah, you know, a lot of the kids come down, they help set up, they help tear down. Hey, that's how fucking Cowpoke got started. That's how who else? SNS. That's how they got started. They came down and helped tear it up. Pastor CeeLo. Haven't used CeeLo in a minute.
But he's doing a lot of stuff.
He's
doing some great stuff
busy.
with Exodus. I saw he's got a belt somewhere. He's making collections at Neo Pro. So he made like $30 a ringside last time. He's doing pretty good.
That's a better pay than a lot of guys.
I know, right? Like, good for him, man. No, and he's been doing a lot of stuff with Pretty Boy Smooth up there at NWA Exodus as well, getting a lot of exposure. I know he's a part of the big show we did a couple weeks ago with them on the NWA page and everything like that. Yep. So, like, no, everybody's getting out there, getting opportunities. It's really cool to see. A lot of people getting their payoffs these days.
It's wrestling's a better place now than when I first started when it comes to like everybody helping people out. I think it's a great thing, you know. It's just getting to the point now where it's starting to become too much. And what I mean by too much,
but in a good way.
Yeah,
but to manage it, I understand.
Yeah, and there's only so many spots to fill a place. Like, trust me, like I said earlier, if I can have 10 or 12 pre-matches every show, which would be too fucking much now, which we already have, but if we could do it, awesome, just to be able to get people a look. You know, I had a guy come up to me in Virginia 2 months ago. He asked me, just in general, what can I do to get to the level you're at? To me, I'm a humble guy. I don't ever claim to be on any level at all whatsoever. I don't look down on anybody. I don't look above people. That's not who I was. That's not how I was brought up. That's not how I treat people in general. Yeah. You know? So the best advice I gave him was just like, you got to let the opportunity come to you. Yeah. Be seen. That's you can do all the things in the world, but once the one person sees you, you're off to the moon. And that's
Absolutely.
what happened to me.
That's the biggest thing. You never know, especially we're live streaming things on the pre-shows, things like that. You never know who's watching. We know a lot of eyeballs are on what we're putting out there on YouTube, and maybe if the numbers don't look like they're crazy in the thousands or whatever, you only need to take one person that sees your stuff. You'll be really surprised.
Here's a
who may have.
prime example. I got booked, me and Lee, before Lee got signed, we got booked.
Lee Moriarty.
Yes, Lee Moriarty. I always call him, or Julian.
What?
So,
okay.
No, Lee and I got booked in this, in Vegas for this 2-day round, this 2-day tournament, which had EC3, Daivari, Hammerstone, and all these guys for a guy out in the UK. Guy saw me and Rhino, saw my match with Rhino. That's how I got booked out there.
Mm-hmm.
My match with Hammerstone, the guys from MLW saw that. That's how I got signed to MLW. That match there. So it's just one thing leads to another.
Yep.
Yep. My match with fucking Mike Bennett.
Mm-hmm.
That match got seen by one of the guys at GCW.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I got my opportunity at GCW. So
still one of my favorite Beastman matches. Was you and Mike Bennett.
That's my all-time favorite match.
That was Forbidden Door Afternoon across from the United Center.
Every year, he's done this now for the last 2 years. Every year on the day that match has happened, he always reposts that match. So I love Mike Bennett for that. Makes me, it's cool for guys like him, for a guy like me, to see him do that. Especially when we growing up, getting into the business, he's one of the guys I watch, you know what I mean? So it's cool. It's really cool.
That's awesome. Beastman's with us here, VCW, and also his lead stint, Big Japan Wrestling. Check it out, bjwcore.com.
When we go to break,
yes,
can you pull that match up? Because I want to watch that match again.
Which
the one that you pulled, that 8-man tag.
That 8-man tag, I don't know. I have to go find it again. But it's on your account. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it again. Anyways, but we are going to go. You guys are going to find out what happened at RWA this past weekend. And we can find out what happened to Matt Carlins. You're going to see this on the video version of the show.
Where is Jim LaMotta right now?
Where is Jim LaMotta? He was in one of the chats earlier. So,
I got a name. Jim paid me $50 to name drop him. So, Jim LaMotta.
All right.
There you go.
There you go. That's the only way he's getting on the show lately, right? So, okay. All right. Well, we're going to see what's going on with that. And then we'll be right back in a few minutes here. We're going to see, I think there's a AEW show again this weekend.
Is the taco stand open across the street?
I'm pretty sure it's closed by now.
Fuck.
Sorry.
All right.
Sorry. I don't
it's
think
all right.
they
I'll just eat some slice on Broadway.
There you go. There you go. We'll be right back in a couple minutes after this.
Cameraman.
What?
Matt Carlins, the cameraman.
What?
Entry 19.
Matt! Not Matt!
Unbelievable. Matt Carlins has to take part in the Renegade Rumble?
Yeah. Take off your headphones, buddy. No, he's going to keep his headphones on. That's a good, I would take a legal object. I'd take anything.
If the guy, please, wait.
What the hell is this?
Wait, Crash Jackson's going to, wait, did Crash get eliminated?
I don't think Crash did.
So confused what's going on. There's so much going on here. If you're watching on IndyWrestling.us,
5, 4,
Matt Carlins is our cameraman. He's getting the crap beat out of him. Oh, he eliminated Malachi Gage. Matt Carlins eliminated Malachi Gage.
Way to go, Matt! What was Matt?
Oh, wait.
Lucio DeVere back here in RWA.
Carlins just got eliminated by Malachi Gage.
I mean,
anything can happen in RWA.
Oh, Carlin's being chased out the building here by Gage.
I'm Eamon.
I'm Merlin.
And we're a gay.
And his NB.
Are you a reality television connoisseur?
Do you like it discussed from an LGBTQ lens?
If so, A Gay and His NB is the podcast for you.
Hear us break down all your favorite guilty pleasure reality shows from Bravo, Drag Race, and just about everything in between.
Listen to A Gay and His NB on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts.
We are back, Wrestling Mayhem show. The Riz is still here.
I'm here, and I was talking about my fantasy football team.
Oh, yes. Fantasy football. Beastman is still here making noises. I'll wait for him to settle in there and get some headsets on. There you go. He's taking care. He's in the catering right now. The Mayhem show catering. Thanks to our friends at Slice on Broadway.
Okay,
We'll mention
the sword, but the hair flip.
the hair flip. What's you got the hair flip? There was a heated moment this weekend during intermission where we were really mad about something, and I come in and I see the Beastman ready to go for his match, and I said, "Your hair looks nice." your hair looks nice, by the way. Yeah, I just cracked a White Claw because that's where we're at with life right now. Anyways, speaking of things we don't have enough time for, AEW has a pay-per-view this weekend that I'll be watching on tape delay because I'll be in Erie for Revenge, not Revenge. Big League Pro, yeah, whatever's going on there. But there is an AEW show this weekend. We do have a week in between, which is kind of nice. They could actually build some stuff. Presumably headlined by Bryan Danielson and Jack Perry for the AEW Championship. Riz, your cake. Hot take, go. That does seem like a little bit of a nothing match.
It is. I'm
no. Well, I already paid for the pay-per-view in a bundle, so I don't have a choice. So.
You don't have a choice.
I don't have a choice. I'm going to be watching it. Will Ospreay is defending the, I think we're back to the International Championship. I don't know, the graphics really small. Against Pac. I'm here for that match.
Question.
Yes.
Did they just not have a pay-per-view not too long ago? Or are they going
like a week ago, like all in.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So last year, this was the next weekend, and they're actually giving a little bit of a gap. So presumably because WWE just took over Labor Day weekend with 2 pay-per-views in 2 different countries. So this was just made on Collision, I believe, with a 4-way. Mercedes Moné, the TBS Championship defending against Shida. I'm here for it. Steel cage match, Adam Page and Swerve Strickland. Question of the week: who is more angsty, Adam Page or Drew McIntyre?
No, the answer is Drew McIntyre.
Yes. You sure about that?
Yes.
About that?
I
Adam Page has a lot of angst.
Adam Page has a reason to be angst.
Okay.
Angsty, or whatever the word you said was.
Yes.
Because Swerve broke into his house.
Mm-hmm.
And no. And Drew is angsty over a title and CM Punk's bracelet.
He's angsty over the existence of CM Punk more. Was where this started. And then it's escalated, right?
But still, there were no break-ins.
Okay. No home
Larry's life is not in danger
this time.
Not anymore.
Taken care of, if you will.
Ace Steel's fine.
Ace Steel is okay and has not bitten anybody lately. Okay, MJF and Danny Garcia. Daniel Garcia.
Daniel.
Yeah,
I mean it's gonna be good.
Okay. Willow.
Like,
good.
I'm just gonna say, like, I like Danny Garcia, and MJF. Is MJF, and he's gonna probably do some MJF shit. But I like Danny Garcia, how he's actually,
getting a spot. And they said watch out for Danny Garcia this year when they were at the beginning of the year for World's End. So Chicago Street Fight, Willow and Chris Statlander.
I just want to see Stoke.
Yes, see what Stoke does. He is on the poster for this. Ishii is not.
Why not?
I don't know. Maybe Ishii
Like,
went home.
why? I sure hope not.
I mean, Ishii was there on Saturday
Because I like the. I know some people don't like the combination of Ishii and Willow, but
remind me to tell you about my Ishii moment from Friday when I literally almost ran into him.
Oh no!
I had a moment. I had several moments, but we'll talk about it on Patreon. Anyways, and then that's it. We have 8 matches. I feel like
Chris Jericho's not on this card.
Chris Jericho is not on this card yet. I imagine we're going to get Jamie Hayter and whatever Paige is called these days, Saraya. I imagine we'll get a Mariah May title defense of some sort. I think she's defending the belt. On Wednesday against somebody that I was excited to see, that I can't recall right now. But no, I think they'll round the card out this week. And I think it'll be pretty decent. It is going to take place again in Chicago, Illinois.
That's not going to be. It's not going to. That's not going to be any chaos there, right?
Any chaos?
The fans are going to be, just fine, right?
I think they just got their CM Punk fix a couple weeks ago, so I don't think there's going to be a problem. So, I don't know. I feel like there's been a lot of, they're following each other in different places. Like SmackDown was DC, and then New Japan was in DC the next Friday. I feel like I saw, wasn't WWE just in? No, it was, or AEW was just maybe in Denver, Colorado, or something, and then I feel like there's a lot of back-to-back within weeks happening here.
It's still Chicago, Sorg.
What's that?
Still Chicago.
Well, in AEW, just in Champaign, Illinois, which I think is just right up the street, basically. So, I don't know what's going on with that. But also, AEW lived in Texas for a month, so it is what it is. So. AEW All Out this Saturday pay-per-view as well. So that'll be interesting to see what happens there. I'll be looking forward to watching that with my Cheerios on Sunday morning. So when I'm recovering from a trip back from Erie and whatever Big League Pro has in store for me. And I've definitely not digested what that card is yet. So anyways, that one will not be live. That's a live to tape, and that will be on IndyWrestling.us next week for the Big League Pros kickoff show, I believe, is happening. We'll check that at the end of the show here. But anyways, let's give a shout out since our guest is definitely munching it on our couch. We'll just have you. There you go. And then there's our ad. Slice on Broadway, New York City style. Yinzer Maid does not have health code violations in Beachview and has several locations that also do not have health code violations. SliceOnBroadway.com. Doing better than the taco stand.
I am having a pizza party tomorrow night at my house, which will be Slice on Broadway.
There you go. There you go. Multiple locations all over the city of Pittsburgh.
I did go to the one in Carnegie.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go up here a little bit.
And above the third, please.
The one was it in Carnegie? Yeah, the one in Carnegie. And that one had a nice little TV there, and it was playing one of the Fast movies.
Okay.
And I just started watching it, and waiting for my food to get food coming through.
It's usually the news when I'm in picking up for the show. So
Yeah.
unfortunately, so no, they took care of us. We grabbed them for the pay-per-view, the All In pay-per-view when everybody was over too. So that was good. I love they know us so well. I leave the door open and usually we're in the back room here in the studio. They just walk all the way into the studio and find us in the back with the pizza. So thank you for the in-house delivery, Slice on Broadway and our friends down there. So go check my
I need to remember that next time.
What? That they'll come back?
No, they'll have to come back there.
But also, I don't want them to have to, so that's why I put the pay-per-view on out here too, so I could when I was waiting for it, we'd sit on the couch and then we all migrated out here, and it was a whole thing. I don't know. So, anyways,
the pizza parade that came through.
The pizza parade that came through. Yeah, exactly. So, guys, it's time to find out what we learned in wrestling this week. Who would like to go first? Chat room, please chime in on what you learned. I know a lot of people were involved in a lot of stuff this past weekend. So let's see what you got. Riz, I know you had some experiences this weekend. Yeah. What did you learn from your experiences? You were in the back on graphics for RWA. Mm-hmm. You got to meet Hornswoggle. You were ringside for the calamity that was VCW that we talked about earlier. I mean, what amongst the myriad of things that you probably learned this weekend? So many life lessons.
I learned that I kind of have to watch my surroundings in both scenarios.
Okay.
For multiple different reasons.
Okay.
Let's see. For VCW, when at the end of the match, there was one part in the end of the match for the Gory and Madman, where I had to make sure that I knew what was happening. So I just decided that the camera person next to me was out of the way. So I'm just trying to push her away a little bit. I'm like, go. And making sure that nobody's in that line of sight of the tube. That was, yeah. There was that one. And then also, this goes out to Hornswoggle. I'm sorry that I didn't get to talk to you as much because we were in the middle of the production, and yeah, it is a very big production.
You gotta explain yourself on this one.
Yeah, I'm like he. It was during the match before his. He was warming up. He was doing everything. He was doing squats and all that stuff, which is pretty cool. But he comes over and he starts talking to us, and we're trying to do the show, and I'm like, yeah. And I feel bad about almost snubbing Hornswoggle at that moment.
Well, you were busy. You were working.
I was busy, but he's Hornswoggle.
Yes,
sorry.
I know.
He's Hornswoggle. Mm-hmm. Chachi wanted to put him in a baby Bjorn. Okay.
What? What?
Oh, I shouldn't have said that.
We're just gonna gloss over that. I'm gonna edit it later. So moving that on.
No, don't edit it.
Mad One in the chat room says that if you counted 0 hour, All In AEW's All In London had over 90 people on the card in some form or fashion, and that is too many people. Is it? I'd like to compare that with some old WrestleMania cards.
Yeah, I was going to say they
did have a 16-person tag team match.
They did have a 16-person tag team match.
I mean, that definitely adds on.
They had an Andre the Giant Battle Royal.
And then another 10-man and the gauntlets and everything, right? So,
but they had celebrities. But
they had
still,
the Knight family and all their trainee cannon fodder.
It wasn't good then. It was long dead. It was definitely probably long now.
Tina is in the chat as well in Seattle and says, by the way, happy birthday, Tina. Just in general, I've learned loving to see how wrestling is growing. In today's news, don't be a POS and blow your big opportunities. Yeah, I heard some news coming out around that. All rumors and speculations for the moment that I'm aware of, that I've seen. And also, don't blow. What are you doing? Why are you showing
What am I doing? Again?
Why are you
I'm just-
showing this again?
I'm just showing my background.
Why you
Sorg.
like? I don't know. Riz just keeps showing this one VCW highlight in
I
the
was
background.
I was really excited about this shot. Like I don't know if you saw the video before it got to my shot,
Mm-hmm.
but it was almost at the end of the show.
Mm-hmm.
I was sweaty and hot and just tired.
Mm-hmm.
But then I remember what was going to happen. So
Because this was discussed on a thread in Facebook. This was warned that this was going to happen. That Saturday Night Special, when they won the belts in the TLC match, we're going to give Bradley the biggest wedgie ever.
Yes, and as soon as I was in the opposite corner of that.
I love you're like a human telestrator at this point.
Yeah. So and then when I started around,
show me
then,
where the underwear stopped and where it should have been. In this area, okay.
This area over here, boom.
Pat
McAfee
McAfee did this shit, okay.
And then there's his pants right here. There's his belt that didn't hold up anything. It didn't do anything.
No, the belt was just for show. Apparently,
just was there.
Okay.
And then it just went like right up there.
Yeah, right, all the way up there. Like that doesn't seem right.
I do need like a little thing.
No, you're doing a great job. You're doing a great job.
Yeah.
And then,
over here is where the like the high pressure is going to come this way.
Okay.
And then actually no, more in all seriousness, the high pressure went up that way. In there. And as you see, I'm not looking towards it because that's bad in meteorology.
Yes, you got to look off the green screen. Yes, absolutely.
Okay, I'm coming back over because my arm got
You're coming
tired.
back to it. Okay.
I'm coming back
Thank
over.
you for that.
I'm still going to leave it here, though.
This is brought to you by...
I'm still leaving it back
this,
here.
This human meteorology...
Also brought to you by IndyWrestling.us.
Yeah, and VCW.
Yes,
there you go.
And
there you
VCW.
go. There you go. Got them both in there. Yep.
Yep.
Beastman, what did you learn from wrestling this week? Oh, God, no. You did this last time, too.
No, not last time.
No?
3 times ago.
3 times ago. What are you doing? Do you like the whole thing?
No, just wait a minute. I just want to hear the lyrics.
I'm going to take down my own video. Thank you for that. Thank you for remembering that. I actually played that for CL on the way back from Cleveland because I really needed to stay awake an hour left.
Did you play the whole album?
Mostly just that one. I think I played Disco Ball a little bit.
Okay.
Because I'm like, this is Missy. So,
wait, Missy was in it?
Have you heard the Disco Ball song?
No.
Oh. Don't you have the album on there? Don't you have... This is for afterward on Patreon. What did you learn from wrestling this week?
I learned that Missy was in a rap song. That's what I'm trying to find right now.
She wasn't rapping or anything, but she was more background vocals.
What did I learn from wrestling this week? Oh, God. I learned that Bockwinkel is the universal sign for a lost child now at VCW. So if you ever hear that, you know we have a...
Wait, what was it?
Bockwinkel.
Bockwinkel?
Yes.
All right, I was gonna say this for Patreon, but what the hell?
So if you could pull up our match real fast from the other day.
Okay, all right, give me a second.
All right, we will go.
Keep talking.
All right, so we can extend this real quick because my wife just texted me pizza party. Well, obviously she doesn't know what the plans for tomorrow now.
Okay.
Surprise.
Okay.
So I'm I get home and watch.
So what am I looking for?
So look for the part of the match where like Anna's chopping Kong. Okay.
Okay.
I'm looking
for it.
So after it wasn't when we came outside. Did we come back in already? Yeah.
This is a great part.
Yeah, because the match just started over by our other camera person
This is
as
where
well.
you're body slamming referees on it?
Yes. Go back like 30
All
seconds.
right, hold on a second. So, first of all, there you go.
All right. Go back.
Okay. We'll work on this. Okay, somewhere around here. Okay. Maybe here-ish?
Yeah, I think so right here.
Those
So
people look really concerned in the corner, though.
yes, they do. So you see that girl right there sitting like right there?
Yes.
Apparently she was a lost child.
She's a lost...
Yes.
Okay.
Well, hold on, go back about 20 seconds. Go back 20 seconds. Yeah.
20 seconds.
As you guys can see, we got a packed house and wherever the fuck we're gonna call this place. All right, so not there.
Okay, I saw her pulling the child away. I thought she was protecting the child. It was just a random child she was protecting.
I think she might have. Okay. So
hold on. Getting it. This is where you're going over the rail. Big guys going over the rail. Okay. There you go. You're massacring. This is why we don't have a DVD table anymore, by the way. Well, you killed the DVD table off of the show.
I'm trying to get those exclusive digital downloads.
Okay, all right, digital downloads. Yes.
So here comes Anna.
All right.
Why the
Chops,
fuck
you guys.
She's like, why the fuck you had me do this? As you can tell right there. And then she's like, I'm not now. So we go into the fucking. Yeah, I felt that later.
Choking with it somebody's merchandise.
Yep, I think that was Glenn's.
Okay.
Because we were like trying to figure out whose merch table we're gonna destroy. So sorry, Glenn, yours is right there.
Yeah, that was the fact shirt. I remember that.
Yep. And there's my mother-in-law just like howling, beat his ass, knock his head off.
Mm-hmm.
So while that's going on.
Okay. And wait, do we see the child like come in?
I don't know.
At some point
we're
here.
Trying to figure. We're trying to.
Are we
No, the lost child is right there.
Okay, I see her in the back. She's in the back. Okay.
Yeah, no, that's not them.
Okay.
No, there she is. Yeah, she's sitting right there next to Cole.
Yeah.
So
what's the story here? We were looking at this. Sorry, audio.
Apparently before I went out, there was like some girl ringing the doorbell and she's like, and some guy's like, yeah, this lady doesn't know where her parents are. Or apparently she lived across the street or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So while that's going on,
you're tearing up the.
We're tearing up. We're tearing up the venue trying while the show's going on. I'm just.
So this child is like lost her parents.
Oh no! Go back! Keep that clip on. Keep that clip on. We gotta watch it again. Here's where it got.
You come over. You grab Cole.
Yeah, Cole. And Cole was like, "Not now, not now."
The man behind evil ways. And there he is. Hey, drop him on Congo Kong. Okay, and then grab Josh and body slam him on. No wonder he turned later in the night and gave up refereeing at VCW.
And there's Anna just like it's okay to the small child who we don't know who.
Yes.
Apparently, then
terrified.
This is like this kid is going to remember this day for the rest of their life.
And apparently she lived across the street and her parents went to the store. So that's what I got.
Okay, so the poor lost child got a free monster show, if you will. So that's what you learned. You just attract lost souls in wrestling and life at this point, right?
Oh yeah, and my wife will fight Pondo for a stop sign.
Okay, what?
I don't know. She texted me to tell you that. So
okay.
And to make sure you swallow your food and make sure you chew your food before you swallow. I also learned that over the weekend too.
We'll talk about that on Patreon.
That's a song for another time, Sword.
That's right, just like the rest of my album. Guys, thank you. The Beastman, Husk on all the social medias, Victory Championship Wrestling on the social medias. What are you doing?
What?
I don't know, you look like you're doing something.
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry.
There you go. And there's another takedown we'll have from TNA Wrestling. Thank you so much. The Riz is here with that thing on the background. You got to move the other way. There you go. And exposed. There you go. Bradley, I know, is watching another wrestling show right now, so I can't wait for him to come back and see this while he's at work tomorrow. Hi, Bradley.
Hi, Bradley.
I hope you're watching the
Hi,
visual.
Bradley.
Hi, Bradley. Hi, Bradley. There you go. Oh shit, guys, it's so much fun. We got Patreon and God knows how long we're gonna go with that. So please tune in for that. Thank you everybody that support us, everybody on the show.
Bye everybody.
I will be on Thursday night. Beastman, where are you gonna be this weekend?
This weekend.
Yes.
Friday I'm at 2PW in Worthington, Ohio.
Oh God.
Saturday I am
You have a tag team championship match?
Yes.
Is that right? With Don Murphy?
I don't know how I'm one of the number one contenders for the tag titles, but cool.
Okay.
And Saturday I will be in Lima for War Wrestling, defending my brand new War heavyweight title against the winner of the War Rumble. because apparently everybody has to have a Rumble now every year. So.
In the same 3 months,
Yes.
apparently.
Sorg,
yes.
Before we go,
Yes.
did I ever tell you I invented this thing called Bob Seger?
You what?
I invented this thing called Bob Seger.
You invented Bob Seger.
No, it's called Bob Seger. You ready?
Okay, wait. You know, God, it's another takedown. What? You're gonna get us taken down.
No, so here's why. So we're driving. Okay, quick story before we go. I'm sorry, but this is I got.
Here we go.
So me and so a couple weeks ago, me and George are coming back from a show, and
Referee George Ross.
Yes, referee George Wash, Big Match Bubby on Instagram. So we got Taco Bell on the way home, and I'm just sitting there. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna listen to some fucking Bob Seger on the way home. So Anna just called me. So she speaks very softly, so I have to like turn it up to like max to be able to fucking hear her. And I turn, and so when she gets off the phone with me, George is getting ready to eat a taco. I turn the page, and you hear the saxophone like you just heard, and he fucking goes, "What the fuck? What the fuck is wrong with you? Why would you do that? God damn, turn that shit down."
There's a gif.
God damn! You, what the fuck? And he spilled his fucking taco all over my fucking floor of the car.
Wow.
And for 2 hours. I can't believe you guys fucking made me drop one. I know I could do a better George impersonation. Bobby, why did you make me drop my taco? All right, enough.
We will have more stories on Patreon. Again, I'll be at Thursday Night Fights up in New Ken. We'll be streaming that live on IndyWrestling.us outlets. We will be at Prospect Pro Wrestling Back to Business, and the Beastman will be there. That will be on IndyWrestling.net.
Use your tag chips.
Look for the free preview on all outlets as well for IndyWrestling.us. And then Saturday, you're going to have to join us in person for Big League Pro in Erie, PA.
I won't be there, but be there anyways.
There you go. And Sunday, oh God, it's not even a day off.
We got a VCW show Sunday.
And then let me know if there's any good wrestling shows between Flint, Michigan, and Detroit the weekend after that, because I'll be around the area.
George, you know who to call.
I know. Between Hard Cam Frio and Big Match Bubby, I think somebody's going to let me know what I need to check out. Dutters will be with me, so I know if I'm in Detroit, I'm ready to see something really fucked up. So thank you, everybody. Thank you, Riz Plays Games, and stay tuned for the Patreon, where I'm sure there's something else we were supposed to bring up there. Oh, I'm going to have my Ishii story and more.
Yeah,
we'll be back. So join us. Patreon feed is live right now on patreon.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show. If you join and click on that and check that out and join us over that, and it will be up later as well for Patreon. We'll see you guys next time. Mayhem out.
Just wait. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Don't give up what you want, take it back. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Do what you
This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at sorgatronmedia.com.